So the time has finally come for me to deliver my speech. Initially, I was going to talk about my chess business and the struggles I faced as a young entrepreneur in the midst of a pandemic. Though, as I wrote more and more, I realized something. All of you in the audience are intelligent people who likely know a lot more about business and making money than I do. So how could I spread insight on a topic with a more knowledgeable audience than myself? Nevertheless, I wanted to inspire you all and speak on something I had tons of experience on. While some of you may have decades of experience being a student in computer science or quantum physics, I have 17 years of arduous experience in the art of procrastination. I'm sure many of you know a man named Chen. He spoke on TED Talk about the minds of procrastinators. Today, I want to expand on some of the concepts he spoke about, as I believe I have come up with the perfect solution to fix the bad habits of procrastinators. In Tim Urban's speech, he spoke about the different brains of a non-procrastinator compared to a non-procrastinator. He retrieved pictures through an MRI scan of the brain. I have done the exact same procedure with my own brain and one of my friends who is a known non-procrastinator. It may be difficult to interpret these visuals without a degree in neurology, but I'm sure you can manage. This is my brain. As you can see, I have something called a rational decision maker, an instant gratification monkey, and my personal favorite, the panic monster. This is my friend's brain. And you can see that we have the exact same brain. Here's a simple breakdown of the three players in a short example. The rational decision maker makes the rational decision to work on an important speech immediately. The instant gratification monkey decides that there are more important things to do, like measuring my bed with hands instead of feet. Then, when the deadline comes a little too close for comfort, the panic monster awakens, and the rest is history. Although my friend and I have the same neurological makeup, I seem to be unable to refute the instant gratification monkey. The reason for this originates from my childhood years. So what is it that really separates us from being a procrastinator and a non-procrastinator? Well, the reason for that was given by a Stanford psychology expert named Carol Gluck when she did an experiment with kids. From her research, we have found that motivation plays a massive role on whether someone is a procrastinator or not. Studies show that kids who are praised as smart don't work as hard, while kids who are praised as hard workers are much more inclined to persevere and work at problems even in the face of failure. As Tim Urban and I have both discovered, every single person is a procrastinator. We just need to find ways to push away our urges to be lazy and stay focused and motivated. This means that even though my friend and I both have an instant gratification monkey, he knows that hard work will achieve results, which allows him to stay motivated. On the other hand, I know that I can just relax until a few days before the deadline, out of sight, out of mind. That realization fades when my confidant, the panic monster, appears. Here I am, 4 days before the current me steps onto stage and speaks. I have yet to finish the introduction. I will admit that I am a natural-born procrastinator because from a young age, I was labeled as a gifted student, like many of the students here are. In the 3rd grade, I was designated as one of the gifted students, and I would be able to skip class to work on some harder material. And this follows me all the way to this day. Last week, I attended a conference called Unwrap the Possibilities. At this conference, we were shown what it means to be a gifted student in a high school environment. One major topic covered was procrastination. This conference pushed me to reflect on why it was that I stayed as a procrastinator. The reason why I continued all this way to now is that it worked. I got really, really good at procrastinating. Many of you IB students were tasked with the extended essay over the summer. We had from around May to October to complete this assignment. Since this was an important task that counted towards my IB diploma, I set a plan to complete a portion of the essay every single day. This plan would look a little something like this. Oops. Something like this. That didn't happen. 5 months quickly transformed into a few weeks, and my workload looked something like this. Every time I pulled up to my computer to work on my essay, I would go on YouTube tangents that began with Shaquille O'Neal eating chicken wings on hot ones, to which types of monkeys screeched the loudest. By the end of our summer vacation, I was met with my friend, the panic monster. This peacefully disastrous encounter led me to complete my extended essay that we were supposed to complete over a period of 5 months, in about 5 days. Last Friday, I showed my supervisor, and he said that it was well put together. I did work very hard during the 5 days, though. My parents have always told me that the smartest people work the hardest, and that hard work always beats talent. Now, I'm surrounded by incredibly intelligent peers, and I recognize that they're all procrastinators. Moreover, they know how detrimental procrastinating is, and they all hate the stress of cramming days of studying into a few hours. This juxtaposition raises an important question. Why don't we stop procrastinating, even though we know it's bad? To answer that question, I want to recognize that assignments with deadlines are a procrastinator's best friend, because our procrastinating tendencies are contained. This is because of the threat of someone we all know and love, the panic monster. I even named him the Joker for his ability to scare me. The greatest difficulty in assignments or tasks resides in assignments with no tasks or deadlines. This could be forming a relationship, starting a business, or getting out of a relationship. Every single person in this room has an innate talent that can make the world a better place. But because of our procrastination tendencies, we decide not to chase our dreams, and these dreams will never come to fruition. Now, one of my favorite motivational quotes is from a man named Theodore Roosevelt. He stated that if you believe you can, you are already halfway there. These tasks without a deadline require some sense of direction or certainty, which is why setting goals is so important. For many of the students in this room, we don't understand why it's important to try and work hard at school. It's because of this uncertainty of our efforts at school that we don't give our best effort. What I mean is that when you try really hard and achieve a great mark or a poor one, you may feel lost, as this fictitious mark does not define you at all. With that mindset, obviously, school would seem like a waste of time, and procrastination wouldn't seem like a big deal. However, in order to succeed, we all must make short-term goals and long-term goals. For example, you could set a goal to get at least an 89% on your next physics test. Or maybe you could set a goal to enroll at a prestigious university like Harvard. Setting goals will drastically improve your motivation, and doing tasks and assignments will cease to seem menial. Now, what if I told you that you only have to complete a certain number of tasks, and you can have anything that you want in this world? Would you procrastinate on these tasks, or would you finish them as fast as you can? For everyone in this room, I encourage you to chase your dreams, set goals, and above all, finish that YouTube video before you do. Thank you.